Welcome to Marathon High School as we get set for non-conference girls basketball as the Marathon Red Raiders are going to host the Loyal Greyhounds. Marathon in that huge mess there in the middle of the Merriwood South, trailing. There are 3 of the 6 teams all within a half game there, kind of in that 3rd, 4th place range, trailing behind the Auburndale Apaches in 2nd and the Newman Cardinals in 1st. Loyal currently sitting tied for 1st place in the Clover Belt East. They will break that tie Friday night at Loyal. We will be there. Game at 7:15. As looks like we will have a delay, as it looks like somebody fell in front of the Loyal bench. So they're going to tend to her. We're going to take a break. We're already starting. We already are starting late as there was a delay with the officials for the JV game. But we're going to take a quick break, and we'll be back with the start of this one here shortly.
Are you a veteran looking to buy a new home or lower your existing mortgage payment?
At Fairway Independent Mortgage Corporation, we understand the sacrifices you made in serving our country. We believe it's our turn to serve you and your family.
We'll show you how to take advantage of your VA home loan benefit. At Fairway, we can finance up to 100% on the home you intend to purchase or refinance.
At Fairway, we'd be honored to help you with your financing. Stop in at one of our offices or give us a call today.
Are you looking to buy your first home? What about building your dream home? Maybe you're wanting to upgrade your current home. Time Federal Savings Bank's friendly and knowledgeable staff are ready to help you take your next big step. Stop by or call one of your local lenders in Eau Claire, Marshfield, Medford, Owen, Phillips, or Wausau. Time Federal Savings Bank makes it easy to apply online at timefederalsavings.com. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
All right, yeah, we are delayed here as it appears to be that a lady fell down in front of the Loyal bench right opposite us. Medical staff are tending to her right now. We'll use this opportunity to kind of go over the situation, to go over a little bit of what is to come. Big games coming up here, a lot of them this week, as we start with a big game here tonight, obviously. Big non-conference matchup, conference bragging rights on the line, seeding on the line for both these teams. As big, for Loyal, a big win against one of the more traditional Division IV powers could help catapult them further up in the rankings. Obviously, the big one will be the game Friday night in their home game against Neillsville. So they play at Loyal. We will be there. Game time 7:15. Obviously, tomorrow, 2 big games. We are back here. Auburndale comes to town to take on the Marathon Red Raiders, part of that big 3-way race that you usually see in the Merriwood South between Auburndale, Stratford, and Marathon. Auburndale did kind of run away with it there in the first game at Auburndale earlier this year. So see if the Red Raiders can come back from that. Also, another big non-conference game, a little Clover Belt East, Central Wisconsin South action, as the Spencer Rockets will make the trip down to Pittsville to take on the Panthers. Both teams, Spencer currently sitting second place in the Clover Belt East. Pittsville kind of in the middle of the Central Wisconsin South, so should be a good game there. Thursday, 2 more big games. First, in the Merriwood South for girls, we will see Edgar will come into Auburndale to take on the Apaches. That should be a big game, as they're, again, in that big mess that we talk about in the Merriwood South. So a lot of big basketball to come yet. As we're going to take a look here, kind of break down some of the conferences while we are waiting for, as I try and get connected to the internet here on my iPad. Some of the big things going on here. Obviously, big games upcoming. Then again, Friday, we talked about the game of the year in the Merriwood South, in the Clover Belt East, as the Loyal Greyhounds are hosting the Neillsville Warriors. Neillsville did win that game to kick off their season at the beginning of the year. So, big game there. And then obviously Saturday, we are down in La Crosse. We will have the first game of the border battle between as they're going to send both teams. Looks as if they're sending both teams to get basketballs to warm up, as they are holding. As they are holding the lady pretty tight there. Looks like we have people on the phone, so this is a bit of a serious situation down with this lady that fell, as we see a police officer here now, and I'm assuming we'll see EMTs here shortly. So definitely a delay here upcoming as we load up. As they tend to her, I'm going to take some time. We're going to go through the girls basketball standings in each of the conferences. So taking a look here, starting with the Clover Belt East. Loyal, as we see the EMTs now arriving to handle that. So it'll be a little bit here. Clover Belt East standings. Let me get this loaded up here. Okay. Clover Belt East, it's been a 3-horse race, really, it's coming down to, is you've got Neillsville and Loyal both with the 1 loss. Loyal currently technically holds a half game. I believe it's a half game. I'm going to wait for this to load here. But they've been sitting at the top. They've gone back and forth by a half game depending on who's played an extra. As they go back and forth on who's played the extra game so far. For those of you just joining us, right before the start of this one, somebody was attempting, it looks like, to get onto the bleachers and fell, and there's EMTs currently helping her down right in front of where the Loyal bench would be. So this game was already delayed due to a situation with the officials. The AD here in Marathon, Kurt Miller, did a great job. Called in 2 of the boys' players and actually had them come in and officiate the game. So we saw Clark Mao. I recognize Clark Mao. I didn't catch the other name, but big thank you to Clark Mao, and we'll hopefully get a chance to talk to him after the game tomorrow about having to suddenly officiate a JV girls game on a day before your game. But the EMTs are currently tending to a lady that fell right in front of the Loyal bench. So we'll be, looks as if they're, I'm not sure exactly, as they've got a lot of people around them, but as we are waiting for this one to start, we'll go through, first talk Clover Belt East. So Neillsville right now technically has the half game lead. They are 9-1 in conference. They are 12-2 overall. Loyal 8-1 in conference, 11-2 overall. Colby in third at 8-2 in the conference, 10-4 overall. So top 3 teams all separated by just 1 game. Columbus Catholic, they come in at 4th. They are 7-7 overall, 6-4 in conference. Gilman, they are 8-4 overall, but 5-4 in conference, half game behind Columbus. Owen Withy and Spencer both tied 3-7, so they sit next in the conference. Owen Withy 4-9, Spencer 5-8. Spencer has already matched their win total from the past 2 seasons with the 5 wins they've got here already this year. Greenwood comes in 8th at 1-8. They are 3-11 overall, and Granton comes in 9th, 0-9, 0-14 on the season. So huge implications from that game on Friday night for Loyal, as the winner has the inside track to take first place in the Clover Belt East, bragging rights for seeding, especially if you're Loyal. I mean, for Loyal being a D5 school, and in the way they broke up the D5 pairings this year, is going to need some statement wins if they're going to argue for a high seed, especially with Clear Lake in their group, who is currently undefeated across their entire run so far, 14-0 there for Clear Lake. So some arguments to be had both ways. A win over a D4 Power in Neillsville would be a huge boost to the Loyal argument for a very high seed there. Next up, we will sneak down here to the Great Northern Conference. So for those of you in girls basketball, Great Northern Conference, Medford in our area in that conference, Mosinee. Quick rundown, Rhinelander leads the way 7-0, Mosinee 5-2, Lakeland and Medford at 4-2, Northland Pines 2-5, Anago 1-5, and Tomahawk 0-7 in conference. So Rhinelander, as usual, running away with the Great Northern. They've had a great girls program up there for the last few years. Sneaking down here a little further for all of you Merriwood Conference fans. When we get down to the Merriwood South, as we said, Newman Catholic sits at the top. They are 10-1, 13-3. That 13-3 number is a bit misleading, as they have taken on some very tough games in the early going here this year. Their losses are to Wausau West, Winona Cotter from across the river in the Diocesan Showcase, and then they did lose here at Marathon back on the 16th. So 3 good, as good of losses you can have, but 3 good losses. After Newman, Auburndale sits next at 8-3. As we said, we will see them tomorrow taking on the Edgar Wildcats. So that Edgar sitting, so then they take on Edgar, who's currently in 4th place at 6-4. Marathon sits in 3rd at 7-4. They are 8-5 overall. Edgar 9-4 overall, as we said, 6-4. Assumption is 10-6 overall, but they are only 6-5 in the Merriwood South. And the lone team with a losing record, the Stratford Tigers, they are 3-8 in conference, 4-11 overall. So very strong Merriwood South. A lot of that coming at the expense of the Merriwood North. Merriwood North has just 2 teams with winning conference records, and the bottom 4 of that conference of the North have a combined 11 wins between them. So some opportunities there. Keeping going down through the list here for the girls, as we get down to the big schools, the Wisconsin Valley Conference. Currently, there is a tie at the top, and honestly, if you'd have told me that Marshfield would have been tied at the top of the Wisconsin Valley Conference after the start they had this year, I would have told you that you were crazy. But there they sit, 6-1 overall. They took down Stevens Point on Friday night in the doubleheader. Spash also sitting at 6-1. They are 9-5 overall. Wausau West behind them by a game and a half at 4-2. They're 7-8-1 overall. I believe that's just a glitch of reporting. Wisconsin Rapids, they are 3-3. Merrill's 3-4. DC Everest 1-5. Wausau East 0-7. Wausau East, a bit of a story there. They have not won a conference game in 4 years in the Wisconsin Valley for I believe it's girls basketball. I will have to check and make 100% sure I'm right on that, but I'm 90% sure it was girls basketball there for them. So that's the situation right now. Girls basketball around the area. We'll take a look here at the boys basketball as the EMTs continue to tend to the lady that fell in front of the Loyal bench down right on the floor, right in front, literally right in front of the Loyal bench. But so taking a look at the boys standings here as we kind of handicap the field. Reminder, we are less than a month out to the start of the girls basketball playoffs. February 25th, regional quarterfinals will kick off for Loyal. They are all but guaranteed a game. For Marathon, depending on how they finish in Division 4, they might get a first round bye. Depends on how everything breaks down. A lot of basketball left to be played, so a lot can change. But if you want to check out at onfocus.news/sports, we have our Division 5 preview breaking down my projections on where I think each team will be seeded when seeds come out in early February. But we take a look here in the boys' side. We will start actually in the Central Wisconsin South. Missed that one for the girls. I apologize. Ullman Bancroft 8-0. Oh, I'm going to turn this so I can. There we go. Ullman Bancroft running away with that conference. 8-0, 14-1 overall. Wild Rose is 6-1, 8-5 overall. Bocelli in third, 5-3, 9-5 overall. Pittsville 4-3, 9-4 overall. We'll see Pittsville tomorrow night as they take on Spencer. Port Edwards at 3-5, 8-5 overall. Rochelt 1-7, 4-9 overall, and Tri-County 0-8, 0-8 overall. So tough year for the Penguins, one of the better mascots in the area. But moving on to the Clover Belt East, and well, it's another Neillsville team in first place. This time at 9-0, 12-2 overall. Neillsville, but they're not running away with the conference. As Spencer, kind of a surprise, definitely the surprise team of the year. They come in at 8-1 in conference, 9-3 overall. As we said, they play at Pittsville on tomorrow night. You can see that game at onfocus.news/sports. Greenwood next in third at 6-2. They are 7-5 overall. Loyal and Columbus Catholic tied at 5-4. Loyal 7-6 overall. Columbus Catholic 6-7. Loyal, Columbus, those 4 conference losses equals the total number of conference losses they've had going back to the 2015-2016 season. So definitely a rebuilding year there for Coach Konieczny in Columbus. Some young talent coming up, but we are, but definitely a little bit of rebuilding there. Colby comes in next at 4-5. They're 5-7 overall. Gilman 2-7, 3-9 overall. Owen Withee 1-8. They are 2-11 overall, and Granton 0-9, 0-13 overall on the season. Clover Belt does do the crossover championship matches, so if the season ended today, it would be Neillsville versus Altoona, Spencer versus McDonald Central in the championship. So a lot going on there. I know next week, that is Thursday night, the Spencer Rockets also make the trip down to Columbus. Rematch of a game that Spencer won at home by 1 point back in December. So a big fun game coming up there. Like I said, a lot of fun games all over the area this week. We're going to bring as many of them to you as we can. Slipping down a little further, Great Northern Conference. A little bit of a runaway winner there, Medford. We saw them Friday night as they absolutely dismantled the Antigo Red Robins. That game, at one point, Medford led 39-9 in the first half. Antigo just not able to keep a possession of the ball. They turned it over a lot, and Medford will make you pay for those. So a fun Medford team and a fun environment. Seriously, if you get an opportunity, I know some of you Marathon fans may have seen them when Medford was down here early in the season, taking that game to double overtime. Probably the best game we've had so far this season. Mosinee comes in second, 4-2. Mosinee travels to Medford coming up in late February. That is a fun rivalry. Anago next at 3-3. Rhinelander 3-4. Lakeland 2-3. Northland Pines 2-4, and Tomahawk 1-5. So very fun boys race up there. Some fun teams to watch, and most importantly of all, if you haven't had an opportunity to watch a game at Raider Hall, there are very few places in the area that can that you could argue rival the atmosphere in Raider Hall during a good basketball game. That is, for those of you that aren't familiar with it, and I usually don't brag up specific schools, but for those of you in the Clover Belt that have been to Spencer, it is basically a mirror image of the Spencer gym, just double the bleacher size. The big wood beams, the big peaked roof. There's no stage, but that sound echoes back down onto the floor as they continue to tend to the lady down in front. EMTs helping. There's 2 EMTs here, and it looks like they might be waiting for an actual ambulance. Not sure. But they are tending to her right now. So we're going to continue breaking down what we can here, as we are now half an hour late for the start of this one. I apologize. Thank you, everyone, for sticking around. I know this is a odd situation, but we hope everything's all right down there. They've been working with her for a long time, but it's hard to see from up where we are on the far side of the bleachers from the benches, but so we'll see, and we'll hopefully see if we can get an update as soon as possible, but hoping that everything is all right there down there. But for the time being, we will keep working through the standings here. Marawood South, very, very good race in the Marawood South. Stratford, 13-0 overall, 9-0 in the conference. They are, as a team that was almost won a sectional semifinal last year in Division 3, came very close, as we see the EMTs, the paramedics coming in with the stretcher. So, but Stratford, and now they come down to Division 4. Auburndale in second, 14-1 overall, 9-1. We will see the Auburndale boys tomorrow night here. Auburndale girls Thursday night against Edgar. Edgar boys 6-3 overall, 6-3 in conference, 9-3 overall. They pushed Auburndale to overtime, and they still have to make up a game with Stratford. That game was postponed thanks to both Stratford and Edgar qualifying for the state tournament. Marathon comes in at fourth at 5-5, 5-7 overall. Newman Catholic 2-8, 2-11 overall, and then Assumption 1-9, 1-13 overall. So a 3-horse race really at the top of the conference. We'll call it a 2.5. I mean, Edgar's good, but I don't know if they're good enough to compete with the likes of an Auburndale or a Stratford. And we are very excited. It is one of the last games of the season, and kudos to the Marawood Conference for setting it up that way, as Auburndale will go to Stratford, Stratford will go to Auburndale, I apologize. Stratford will go to Auburndale and face off in what should be a grudge match for Auburndale after they played absolutely horrendously that first week, that first game right after the holiday break. Maybe the worst game they've played all season. And so we'll see if Auburndale's played lights out since. For those of you that didn't see, you can check it out on our social media at Sports on Focus. The Auburndale Apaches dismantled the Spencer Rockets earlier, end of last week. It was a 40-point game at halftime. Auburndale let them sneak in a little bit in the second half, but they were leading by 40 in the first half, as we see them now bring a backboard in for the person. So But yeah, so that game comes up end of the season. Obviously, both Auburndale and Stratford have to come here this week, or come here yet, as Marathon lost away for both of those. But so that's the Marawood, and now all the way down to the bottom of the list for the Wisconsin Valley, and Marshfield sits alone in first place. They are 5-1 overall, 5-1 in conference, 8-5 overall. DC Everest, Merrill, and Stevens Point all tied for second at 4-2. DC Everest is 8-2 overall. Merrill 9-3. Stevens Point 8-6. Wausau East sits at 2-4, 8-7 overall. Wisconsin Rapids is 2-4. They're 5-9 overall, and then Wausau West 0-6. 2-11 on the season. That Wausau West squad gave Marshfield everything they could handle a couple weeks ago down at the Bozeman Company Fieldhouse, but they sit at 0-6. So a lot of good basketball coming yet, a lot of big games, a lot of big matchups. We got hockey, we got wrestling. Conference meets come up in a couple week from Saturday for wrestling. We will try and get at least highlights of one. If you've never been to one of those conference wrestling meets, it is absolutely insane, as they've got people wrestling all over the place. We got boys hockey, we've got girls hockey, all sorts of sports coming up throughout the season. Make sure to check out onfocus.news/sports-live-streaming for our full schedule. We have plotted out a tentative schedule all the way through to the boys state championship games on March 22nd. Big games. You got playoffs starting, as we said. Girls basketball playoffs start on the 25th of February this year. Everything pushed back a bit like football was. A lot of big games coming up as they lift the lady, I believe it's lift the person up onto a stretcher. So as they lift her up to huge thank you to Edgar EMS, Marathon EMS, to come out and we hope everything is all right. And this is more of a precaution, but as we approach the 8 o'clock hour, we will be getting set here for basketball. We have national anthems and starting lineups coming up here shortly.
On that note, good evening and welcome to Marathon High School for tonight's non-conference matchup between the Loyal Greyhounds and your Marathon Red Raiders. To honor America and those defending our freedom, we ask those who are able to please stand, remove your hats, and place your hand over your heart for the singing of the national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars
Loyal Marathon and the WIAA require good sportsmanship and education-based sporting events. Attendance at interscholastic activities is a privilege, with the expectation to exhibit positive and respectful behavior. For the enjoyment and respect of all in attendance, your cooperation in demonstrating the high ideals of sportsmanship is expected and greatly appreciated. And now for the starting lineups. First, for the visiting Loyal Greyhounds. We got a junior, number 2, Caitlin Linder. A senior, number 4, Remy Geiger. A junior, number 14, Savannah Schley. A junior, number 22, Kayla Brimmer. And a senior, number 34, Billy Gravener. Your Loyals Greyhounds are coached by Mike Reith, Carson Reith, and Tony Wilkie. And now for the starting lineup for your Marathon Red Raiders. A senior, number 4, Tyler Reed. A junior, number 5, Anna Cleveland. A senior, number 14, Elizabeth Bird. A sophomore, number 32, Allison Holford. And a senior, number 35, Brandon Schlichter. Brandon 33, Brandon Cleveland. The Raiders are coached by Jeff Schneider, assisted by Hannah Schmidt, Haley Kramer, and Nicole Michelle. Your officials are Austin Hockler, Michael Lindau, Chad Austin, all from Oxtenburg, Wisconsin. Population 100.
All right, we are ready for basketball here. A little late for those of you that may have missed it. A lady fell in front of the Loyal bench. We hope everything is all right with her as we get set for the opening tip here. Tip comes down and first possession will go to the Marathon Red Raiders as we see down low number 33, Braden Free. Free out to number 14, Elizabeth Boehm. Boehm down low to Free. Free turn up, blocked. Rebound comes down. That is Kayla Bremer. She gets it to Remy Geiger, and Geiger will bring it to the front court. Geiger passes it far side to Lindner, across to Bremer, all the way around, back to Remy Geiger in the corner. Geiger looking to drive, gets cut off. Geiger has to get it back up top to Lindner. Lindner, heavy pressure coming here from Marathon. Lindner dribbles it back off her foot. She collects it before going bounds, gets it to Savannah Schley. Schley down into the corner, cut off, attempting to drive, gets across court to Lindner. Lindner gets it back to Geiger in the near corner. Geiger looking to drive, kicks it back out. Schley. Schley just inside the three-point line. Yes. Savannah Schley gets Loyal on the board. Marathon quickly to the front court. Marathon down low, Free. Free kicks it back out top to Bloom. Bloom into the corner. That is Allison Wolkash. Shot missed. Geiger with the rebound, brings the front court, gets it to Schley. And Schley will travel. That is a turnover to the Marathon Red Raiders. Loyal, we saw them last week Monday up in Columbus, and they had 25 turnovers, I believe, in that game. I'd have to go back and look, but as Marathon, quick jumper up, no, rebound taken by Kayla Bremer. Bremer gets it to Geiger. Geiger brings it through the circle here at Marathon. Cross to Schley. Schley looking to drive, gets cut off, has to kick it back out top. Lindner. Lindner, three, yes! Caitlin Lindner for three. And very quickly here, first 2 minutes, Loyal has a 5-0 lead as they kick it out far side to Anna Cleveland. Cleveland back up to Wolkash. Up three, no, rebound tipped out of bounds, and that's going to be Loyal basketball. Good look there from Marathon. I'm going to make sure I've got that name right here. Wolkash. But this is Remy Geiger bringing it up to the front court. Geiger Hands off to Schley. Schley will toss it to Lindner. Lindner down the lane. Jumper blocked. Blocked there by Braden Free. And Marathon breaking quickly. Get it to the front court with Elizabeth Boehm. Boehm down. Yes. Excuse me. Kylie Bloom for 2. And now Loyal to the front court. This is Bremer. Bremer gets it to Schley. Schley working, trying to drive into the lane. Gets cut off. And now we're going to get a body call on Marathon. First call. A couple players there. We'll see who gets the foul here. 32. That one will go against Allison Wokash. Wokash, her first, team first. They get it in. Bremer. Bremer down low. No! Geiger does come down with the rebound as she steps out. No, she'll pull up for 3. No! Rebound. Geiger gets her own rebound. Down the lane. Up, foul, and she will go to the line for 2. Remy Geiger draws the foul. That one will go against number 32, Allison Wokash, her second, team second. As we see number 12, Hope Krautkramer checking in as Geiger hits the first free throw. She will check in for Wokash. So Hope Krautkramer checking in for the Red Raiders. Second free throw, Geiger also good. Geiger hits both. 7-2 lead here, 3 minutes in. Marathon quickly to the front court. Down low cutoff. Kicks it out. Back into the corner. Three-pointer. No. Rebound tipped around, and that's going to be off of Marathon, and it will be Loyal basketball. A little bit of a misstep there as Caitlin Lindner just starts walking down the floor. No one to inbound to Remy Geiger, who will bring it through the circle. Geiger hands to Schley. Schley looking to drive, gets in trouble, and now she will travel, and that is another Loyal turnover. We've seen some sloppy play from Loyal on these Monday games, but they were able to overcome that last week, but this is a little bit different opponent in Marathon than they saw in the Dons as they get it quickly to the front court. Cross court. Back now, passes it down low to... Now we're going to get a travel against Hope Krautkramer. First turnover for Marathon. So, couple back-to-back travel calls here as Remy Geiger brings it to the front court. Geiger hands to Lindner, gets it to Bremer, all the way around back to Geiger on the far side. Remy Geiger looking to drive. Down low, Bravner, and it slips through her hands, out of bounds, turnover Loyal. Already 3 turnovers for Loyal here. We are only 3 minutes and 36 seconds into this one. So as we see a little full court press here, they get the ball in to Elizabeth Boehm. Boehm into the corner, that is Bloom. Bloom back down low to Krautkramer. Krautkramer dribbles it off her knee. It is Marathon's turn to turn it over back to Loyal. And for Loyal, we'll see number 15, Abril Kubista, check in. Bravner will get a rest. And they get it into Geiger. Geiger into the front court, gets it over here near side Lindner. Lindner all the way back around and gets it to Geiger on the far side. Geiger down low, Bremer up, yes. Perfect play there. Kayla Bremer gets 2, and now we see Marathon get it quickly to the front court. Get it back up top to Bloom. Bloom looking to drive, gets cut off, kicks it out. Now down low to Free up. No, rebound comes down Schley. Savannah Schley with the rebound, and she pushes quickly to the front court. Schley gets set, now into the lane, has to kick it out to Remy Geiger. Geiger looking to work, and we're going to get a foul, and I believe looks like that's going to be against Marathon. That one goes against Kylie Bloom, her first, team third. A foul on the floor, so Loyal will inbound underneath. 13:30 remaining. 9-2, Loyal with the lead as they get it into Lindner. Lindner gets it up top, back around to Geiger. Remy Geiger gets it back to Savannah Schley right at the top. Here near side to Lindner. Lindner looking to drive, gets cut off, has to kick it back out to Kubista. Kubista looking, now she's getting pressured, gets it over to Schley. Schley looking to drive down the lane, gets in trouble. They will not call it. Now down the lane, Bremer, no, rebound comes down and taken by Krautkramer. Marathon breaks quickly to the front court. Gets it here near side Perota. Perota back up top. This is Anna Clevin. Clevin dribbles the ball off her foot, has to pick it up, gets it back to Perota. Perota around to Bloom, back to Cleveland, back to Bame. Bame down low to Krautkramer, up no. Rebound ends up back in the hands of Krautkramer, up no. Tipped, and that's going to stay here off of a Loyal defender. A couple offensive rebounds there for Hope Krautkramer. Couldn't quite get one to fall, but Marathon will keep possession here. As we see them looking to inbound. Get it in far side to Bame. Bame looking to drive baseline. Up. No. Rebound Krautkramer again. Up. Finally, yes. Hope Krautkramer with 4 offensive rebounds in that possession and does end up coming away with the 2 points as they get it to Kubisa. Kubisa to Lidner. Lidner into the corner. Remy Geiger. Geiger down low Bremer. Bremer looking to work. Up. No. Rebound taken, and that's going to be a foul on Kayla Bremer. Kayla Bremer will commit her first foul, team first.
Greyhounds 22. Kayla Bremer, her first.
So we see full court press here from Loyal as they'll get the ball into Kylie Bloom. Bloom gets it to the front court, hands to Bame. Bame in the lane, shot up, no. Rebound on the floor, back in the hands of Bame. Bame will kick it out. Clevin. Clevin 3, no. Rebound comes down. Bame. Bame back up. Foul. She will go to the line for 2. Elizabeth Bame will draw the foul. She will get 2 free throws. That foul will go against
Fouls on Loyal is 22.
22. Kayla Bremer, her second, team second. See what Coach Reith wants to do here. Looks as if he'll leave Kayla out for the moment. Nope. Now he taps a player, and now we'll see first free throw missed, and we will see Savannah Schley check in as Kayla Bremer will sit down with those 2 fouls. So Allison Wilkash and Kayla Bremer both on the bench with 2 fouls. Second free throw up, no good. Rebound, Bailey Bravner gets it to Geiger. Geiger pushes quickly to the front court to Schley. Schley down low Kubisa. Kubisa in trouble, has to dribble it out, gets it out to Schley. Schley looking to drive across the lane, kicks it out Lidner. Lidner driving, stop. Kicks it back out, Schley. Schley, 3-pointer, yes! Savannah Schley, she has 5. Loyal extends the lead to 12-4. That 3-pointer has been huge. Remy Geiger at one point, we don't have the final numbers for her from the last check, but we see a 3, yes! Anna Cleveland for 3. Loyal getting quickly to the front court. Schley down the lane, no. Rebound ends up in the hands of Hope Krautkramer. Marathon quickly to the front court. Cleveland gets it over to Krautkramer. Krautkramer back to Cleveland. Cleveland around to Bloom. Bloom has it taken away for a second, ends up right back in the hands of Anna Cleveland. Cleveland gets it over to Bloom. Bloom into the corner, Perota. Perota gets it down low, and that's going to be a foul, and I believe that's going to go against Bailey Bravner. She tried to reach around there. Yes, it is. So that will be Bailey Bravner's first foul, team third.
Bravner, her first, team third. Back in.
As we see number 33, Braden Free, check back in. Number 12, Hope Krautkramer will get a rest. See them take a look here. Get it in up high to Jada Perota. Perota gets it all the way around here. Cleveland. Anna Cleveland wearing the basque as the shot up, yes, Braden Free. And Marathon pulls within 3, a little 5-0 run here for Marathon as they get it around to, Loyal gets around to Lidner, to Geiger in the far side. Geiger looks to drive, kicks it out, Lidner 3, in and out, no, rebound comes down Free. And Marathon will push quickly to the front court. Down the lane, kicks it over to Perota. Perota, guarded quickly, gets it up top, Cleveland. Cleveland gets it all the way around into the hands of Elizabeth Bame. Bame looking to drive, shot up, no. Rebound comes right back down to Free, kicks it out to Bloom. Bloom kicks it out, Cleveland. Cleveland 3, front rim, no. Rebound comes down to Bravner. Bravner will get it quickly to the front court, Schley. Schley looking to drive baseline, up, yes. Savannah Schley has 7 as Marathon quickly, and now we're going to get a foul, and that one is going to go, I believe, against Remy Geiger. Yes, Geiger will commit her first foul, team fourth, as we see number 32, Allison Wokash, checking back in with her 2 fouls. Inbound play here off the Remy Geiger foul. Get it in, down low, Cleveland. Cleveland up, no. Rebound comes down, Bravner. Now it's on the floor. Jump ball, possession arrow points to Loyal.
The jump ball on 4. Loyal's ball.
So Loyal will get possession off the jump ball. 9:38 remaining. 14, oh, get that right. 14-9. So as we see Geiger hands to Lidner into the corner, Bravner 3, yes! Bailey Bravner gets her first points of the game with a 3, 17-9. Loyal with the lead as we see Cleveland. Cleveland gets it around to Wokash. Wokash gets it to Bloom. Bloom back up top, Cleveland. Cleveland wearing the mask. On her face there to protect her. Gets it down low, free. Double team blocked. Ball on the floor. Possession stays with Marathon. Kick it out, Cleveland. Cleveland gets it to Bame, and they will set the offense. Here near side, Wokash. Wokash 3. Front rim, no. Rebound on the ground, picked up by Bailey Bravner. Bravner will get it to Geiger, and they will bring it to the front court. Looking to expend on this 8-point lead. Kubica all the way around, gets into the hands of Geiger, far side. Geiger holding, now takes a dribble, up top, Schley here, near side, Lidner, back up top to, and all the way around to Schley. Schley holding, she will pass it far side, Geiger. Geiger closed out quickly, gets it down, tried to get it down low, tipped away, but it ends up in the hands of Caitlin Lidner. Lidner looking to drive, kicks it out, Schley 3, no! Rebound tipped around, ends up in the hands of Free. Marathon quickly as Cleveland. Cleveland gets it down low, Wokash. Wokash up, foul, count it. Allison Wokash gets the basket, draws the foul. She will go to the free throw line for 2. Savannah Schley commits the foul. Her first, team 5th. Good back and forth game for those of you that maybe missed it. We are late getting started. There was a delay first from the JV game as quickly the front court shot made. Free throw good there for Wokash. Gets it around Remy Geiger. Geiger dribbles it back towards the top, gets it across Schley. Schley thought about the 3, dribbles down, kicks it out Lidner. Lidner 3, yes! Caitlin Lidner has 6. She's hit 2 threes. And extends the lead back out to 8. Marathon to the front court, gets it to Wokash. Wokash kicks it out to Bame. Bame gets it down low, up, no, that shot from Bloom. Rebound comes down to Geiger. Geiger pushing to the front court. Now we're going to get a travel on Loyal, turnover Loyal. And now we are going to get a full timeout. Coach Reith, he wants to talk things over with his team. We will take the timeout with them. 7:29 remaining, 20-12. Loyal with the lead. Back here from Marathon High School as we get set for the final 7:29 of this first half. Late start to this one. We had an officials issue with the officials in the JV game. Credit to Clark Mao and another Marathon boys player for coming in and officiating that game. So that was a 15-minute late start there. Then right before the start of the varsity game, a lady fell right in front of the Loyal bench. Ended up coming off on a stretcher and getting medical attention. So we hope everything's all right there. So we get some late night basketball here as we see Kylie Bloom holding, gets it down low, ball on the floor, around. That's going to be a jump ball, possession, arrow points to Marathon. No. Jump ball, Marathon ball, so that will go back to Loyal. Possession arrow will point back to Loyal now as Marathon looks to inbound. Gets it into Bame. Bame, 3 up, no. Rebound comes down. That is Schley. Schley gets it to Geiger. Geiger quickly pushing to the front court. Geiger down low, saves it. Kubisa saves the pass, but throws it right into the chest of a Marathon player. Up ahead now, Bame throws it away. I believe that was Bame. Bame loses possession. Now Loyal slows it down a bit. 20-12, 6:48 remaining. They dribble it down, kick it back. Out top here, Schley. Schley looking to drive the lane, kicks it into the corner. Bravner. Bravner, 3. No. Rebound comes down, taken by Caitlin Rush. They get it to the front court. That was Wolcash. Thought about the 3. Now gets it over to Rush. Rush around to Bloom. Bloom all the way around to Bame. Bame gets it to Wolcash. Down the lane. Shot up. Rolls over the rim. Taken by Kubista. Gets it to Geiger. Geiger will bring it to the front court. Geiger quickly to Lindner. Lindner holding. Gets it back up top. Kubista gets it around to Schley. Back to Geiger. Geiger holding far side. Now down low Bravner. Bravner gets cut off. Kicks it out Schley. Schley looking to drive. The lane gets it to Bravner. Bravner up. No. Rebound throws around, and that's going to be an offensive foul. Or a foul on the rebound on Loyal. We'll see who that's going to be called against. That one's going to go against 14. That is Savannah Schley. That is her second, team 6. So 6:03 remaining. The next Loyal foul will put Marathon into the bonus. As we see Tylee Brecht check in, as Savannah Schley will sit down with her 2 fouls. So Tylee Brecht comes in for the first time in this one as Marathon looks to cut into this 8-point lead. To get into Bloom. Bloom, a little bit of pressure on the inbound pass, then Loyal backs off. We saw that a lot so far this season as they get it to Bame. Bame into the corner, Clevin. Clevin back up top to Bloom. Bloom back to Bame. Bame back up top to Bloom. Back around to Rush. Rush back up top to Elizabeth Bame. Gets it to Clevin with that mask on her face. So I'm guessing probably like a cheekbone or orbital bone or something. Shot goes up, front rim, no. Rebound, Remy Geiger. Geiger to the front court, gets it ahead to Lindner. Lindner holds, has to pass it back to Geiger. Geiger around Lindner. Lindner gets it to Kubisa, back to, that is Brecht, back to Geiger. Geiger, and now she will be fouled on the floor. That foul will go against Kylie Bloom, her second, team 4th. See, looks like Coach Snyder is okay to leave her on the floor. And now we'll see number 20, Natasha Telrock check in for Loyal, as Bailey Bravner will get a rest. So Loyal going with a little bit of a smaller lineup here. As we see pressure here, and we see Geiger throw it all the way up top. That gets to Lindner. Lindner gets it back to Geiger right in front of us. Geiger working. Gets it down low, Kubisa. Kubisa spins up, no. Rebound comes down to Marathon. Marathon to the front court. Into the corner, that is Bloom. Bloom driving baseline shot up, good. Kylie Bloom has 4. Cuts the lead to 6. Loyal to the front court, Lindner. Lindner gets it to far side to Geiger. Geiger holding, now looking to drive. Cut off, has to get it back up top to Brecht, gets it over to Lindner. Lindner back to Kubista. No, Kubista dribbles it back out, gets it back up top. Geiger around to Brecht. Brecht gets it to Lindner. Lindner, again, heavy defensive pressure coming out. Lindner gets it down. Brecht thought about a shot, didn't take it, gets it over to Telrock. Telrock down the lane, up, no. Rebound comes down to Marathon. That is Kraut-Kramer. And Marathon running. This is Bame down the lane. That's going to be off of a Loyal defender. Out of bounds. Will stay here with Marathon. 4:14 remaining. We will talk stats at halftime. We will preview a bit on that Neillsville Loyal game coming up on Friday. We will preview Auburndale Marathon boys basketball here tomorrow, right back here at Marathon High School. As Loyal steals the inbound pass, Geiger bringing it to the front court. Geiger gets it to Lidner. Lidner across to Brecht. Brecht holding, guarded by Clevin, gets it to Geiger. Geiger to Telrock. Telrock across to Lidner. Lidner gets it back to Brecht. Brecht tries to feed it down low, and that's going to be a foul, and that's going to send Abril Kubica to the line for 2 free throws. Just got it down low and just hands all over the place. The foul will go against number 12, Hope Kraut-Kramer, her first, team 5th. First free throw for Kubica up, rolls off. Savannah Schley on the bench currently. She has 2 fouls, but she leads all scorers with 7. Second free throw up, good. Abril Kubica hits 2. 21-14, 7-point lead, and now we're going to get a double dribble on Marathon as they were coming across trying to get the pass. And Loyal will get the ball back on the Marathon turnover as they will look to extend on the 7-point lead. Down, Brecht gets it back up top, Kubica. Kubica all the way around to Geiger. Geiger holding, gets it to Telrock. Telrock back around to Lidner, back around to Brecht, gets it to Telrock. Telrock almost has the ball taken away. Now it is, and now we're going to get a foul, and that's going to go against Loyal. See who that one is against. That one goes against Caitlin Lidner, her first, team 7th. So that will send number 14, Elizabeth Bloom, to the line for 2 free throws. She missed 2 earlier in this half. First free throw up off the back of the rim, no rebound, taken by Geiger. Geiger running with numbers through the front court. Geiger looking to go down the lane, shot up. Let's see if they count it. That is on the floor. That one goes against number 4, Kylie Bloom. That is her 3rd, team 6th. As we will see number 32, Allison Wokash, check in as Bloom will sit down with those 3 fouls for the final 3:16 of this half. Ball up top quickly to Brecht. Brecht looks to drive, gets it down low. Telrock. Telrock up, yes. Tasha Telrock gets her first points of the game. Loyal extends the lead out to 9, their largest of the game. Gets it down low. That is Kraut-Kramer. Kraut-Kramer looking. Doesn't really have any options. Has to kick it out, and it's taken right away by Tylee Brecht. Brecht to the front court. She has to slow down, and that's going to be offensive foul on Brecht. Honestly, if I was teaching officials, I would take that as the perfect example of a charge. She just put that out shoulder right down into the chest of her defender. Credit to the defender for probably embellishing that a little bit, but doesn't matter. Call was made, and definitely not a play she needed to make. She could easily have tossed that one out and played the half court, but got a little too greedy there for Brecht, and now she's on the bench, and Coach Reith having a conversation with her. As Wokash gets it up top to Boehm. Boehm down low. Kraut-Kramer up. No! Rebound comes down Kubica. Ball bounced on both sides of the rim and just couldn't quite fall as we approach under 2.5. We are under 2.5 minutes. Geiger. Geiger looking, driving, and she'll be fouled on the floor, so that will send her to the line for the 1-and-1. That foul goes against 14, Elizabeth Boehm, her first, team 7th. Remy Geiger, her only 2 points of the first half coming from the free throw strike. So, first of the bonus here. Shot up. Back rim, no. Rebound comes down to Kraut-Kramer. Marathon quickly to the front court. Down the lane. Shot. Kicks it out, Clevin. Clevin, 3. Front rim, no. Rebound comes down. Kraut-Kramer. Kraut-Kramer has to kick it back out. Clevin gets it up top. Boehm. Boehm down low. Tipped away. Good play there by Natasha Telrock to tip that pass. Went right into the hands of Caitlin Lidner. 1:57 remaining. Telrock. Telrock gets it to Lindner. Lindner looks to drive, has to kick it back out to Bailey Bravner. Bravner holding, gets it back to Lindner. Lindner looks to drive, gets cut off, kicks it out Bravner. Bravner, step fake, dribble, takes a couple dribble, gets it out to Geiger. Geiger, step back three, yes! Remy Geiger the three. Her first field goal of the game. She has 5. Just a beautiful step back 3, and only one step, not the James Harden 2-step, but as they kick it back out here to Woktash. Woktash has the ball, take it away, Geiger. Geiger pushing down the lane, shot up, yes! Remy Geiger on the break off the steal, 28-14, and bit of issue there on the dribble for Marathon, but they will get it to number 3, Parada. Parada. Now they'll try and get it down low, and that'll be a foul on Telrock. Telrock tried to reach around again, that time made contact. That is her first, team 9th.
Boyles, Natasha Tellock, her first, team 9th.
Excuse me, Telek. I've been saying that wrong the whole time. I apologize. Telek. I'm going to have to look, because I would have sworn I've seen in previous programs that was... I don't have another program, so we're going to go with Telek, as the program here says. First shot up, no. Rebound on the floor. Shot back up, no. Rebound. Kraut-Kramer jumps in, gets it out Clevin. Clevin 3, yes. And a Cleveland for 3. And Loyal down low. Telek up, no. Rebound taken by number 3. That is Parada. Parada to the front court. Gets it to Woktash. Woktash up top of Cleveland. Cleveland gets it to Bame. Bame looking to drive, kicks it out Parada. Parada back up top to Woktash. Woktash gets it over. Down low, pass. Good thought there. Little too far ahead of Kraut-Kramer. Out of bounds, turn over to Loyal.
Back in for the Raiders.
As we'll see, Braden Free check in for Loyal, as Kraut-Kramer will sit down for the final 23.6. Make sure to stick around for the halftime break, as we will talk about this game. We will talk about the big matchup here in boys basketball tomorrow, and we will talk about that huge matchup in the Clover Belt with Loyal. And now we're going to get a foul. That's going to be a reach, and that's going to go against Elizabeth Bame as she tried to pop that ball out. Her second, team 9th, 8th.
Raiders, 14.
So that will send Remy Geiger back to the free throw line for a 1-and-1. She is 2 of 3 in this game. Remy Geiger, on the last check we looked in on, was the first shot up. The only player in Division 5 that was shooting over 50% from 3. The last list did not have her name on it, but I believe it depends on when statistics are put in. As she misses the second. 10. Gets it ahead quickly. That ball will be on the floor. 7, as we see Woktash try and get down the lane. Kicks it out Cleveland. Cleveland into the corner. Bame. Bame up. No, and that will end the half. So we will go to the halftime break,
Presented by Jeff Schneider.
as we have a special announcement from Coach Schneider, and we will turn you over for that.
Marathon Red Raider fan here tonight. He's turning 90. Dick Kraus, can you stand up? 90th birthday for Dick Kraus. Please give him a hand. Thank you.
All right, fan in the stands here celebrating his 90th birthday. We will take a break. When we come back, we'll talk first half stats, and we will get you set for the second half right after this.
What grade they are? Fifth grade.
Hi, I'm Corey Hoffman with Marshfield Insurance. I'm a commercial insurance agent here in the office. One of the greatest risks that property owners face here in the upper Midwest and this time of year is slip and fall claims. So legally, as property owners, we owe a duty to provide a safe environment to our visitors and our employees. You know, there's several different ways we can prevent or mitigate this exposure. Obviously, we want to be out there and removing the snow and then salting and sanding whenever necessary. In addition to that, you should keep a log of every time that is done, the date and time and what was done. This will help if you do get a lawsuit against you from an incident happening. You have a reasonable means of defending yourself that yes, we did salt and sand at a particular time. Another way that we can mitigate these types of losses would be you use a snow removal service or contractor. They're doing all that for you, but you should also document when and where, what they do. But also take it a step further and see if you can get your business, or if you're homeowners, named as an additional insured on their liability policy. That way, if there is an event, their policy will defend you. And a third way of trying to mitigate these claims would be if you have the means to have like surveillance cameras out on your lot or your sidewalks. Obviously, that's a good means of determining what actually happened there. Sometimes these are phantom incidents where somebody may claim that it happened on your property, but perhaps it really didn't. So if you have any further questions about how to prevent slip and fall incidents from occurring or how your insurance policy will cover them, please give us a call here at Marshfield Insurance. The number is 715-387-4443. And again, I'm Corey Hoffman. Have a great day.
Welcome back to Marathon High School as we see the Marathon 5th graders on the floor showing off their skills, the future of Marathon Red Raider girls basketball. But going through the first half stats, starting for the Marathon Red Raiders, they are led by Anna Cleven. She has 6. Kylie Bloom has 4. Hope Krautkramer 2. Allison Wokash 3. Braden Free 2. Marathon 1 of 5 on free throw attempts in the first half, including Elizabeth Boehm going 0 of 4. For the Loyal Greyhounds, Remy Geiger leading the way with 8. She alone was 3 of 5 as we see the blue squad getting the ball back, pushing quickly to the front court, taken away by number 24 for the red. She has a free shot down the lane and it's stripped away. Great play there by Blue. Ball on the floor and jump ball coming up here for the third jump ball. So going back to it, Remy Geiger 8. Savannah Schley has 7 before she went out with her 2 fouls. Caitlin Lindner was 6, 2 3-pointers. Bailey Bravner with 3 as we see the ball tipped away again into the backcourt, but tipped away, so stays Blue possession. The ball gets down low, and double dribble there, missed by the officials, but being a little lean here. As the ball gets down low, up, yes! Can't see a number on her, but basket for the Blue team. Going through the rest of it, Kayla Bremer with 2. She spent most of the first half on the bench with 2 fouls. And Natasha Tellock with 2. And then Abril Kubiso was 1 of 2 from the free throw line. Loyal 4 of 7, as it looks like we have a turnover to the red squad coming up. So don't forget, tomorrow we are back here in Marathon for Merriwood Conference boys basketball. Big matchup there in the Merriwood South as Auburndale comes to town. Then don't forget, on Friday we will see the Loyal side of this game again as they host Neillsville in what should be the game of the year in the Clover Belt East. So a lot of big games coming up. Definitely not for sure a conference championship game. We see breakaway, great defense there from 32 for red, but the pass gets out, up, yes. Blue squad with another basket. And we've got a timeout here as they're going to bring substitutes in. PA guy here filling in with the horn. So yeah, I mean, that game, definitely not a conference championship game. Both squads have to play the third place Colby Hornets yet. Both squads have to play a couple other tough games. Gilman has given teams a lot of trouble. Columbus has come close to beating several teams in that group. So interesting to see. It's going to be a fun race down the stretch in the Clover Belt. Check out onfocus.news/sports or like our page on Facebook, On Focus, to be updated on every game that we are streaming throughout the area. But here, definitely, we've seen it from Loyal before, a bit of a rough start. Coach Reith, though, one of the best in the area at halftime adjustments. There's a turnover there by the red squad. Blue squad looking to break. Has to pick it up, gets it across. And the blue squad dribbling here at the top, number 30 30. Oh, tip pass as she tried to get it across and she picked it up. Number 24 coming away with it. She comes down the lane. Down, up, no, rebound, bouncing around. 24 gets her own rebound. Looking, all the players right there. She gets it out, and now she'll bring it back out to the free throw line. Shot up, yes. 24 with the basket, and that will do the demonstration as the Loyal Greyhounds come out to warm up. Great job from the Marathon 5th graders. Good future there for the Marathon program. Always fun to see the younger players get a chance to come in and show off their talent in front of a varsity crowd. As we are at 8:30 here, just wrapping up halftime. A couple delays in this one. We had a 15-minute delay at the start of the JV game due to a officials not being here. Thank you to Clark Mao, and I will try and verify who the other one was so we can thank them tomorrow in person. 2 Marathon boys players came in and officiated the JV game. Did a pretty good job and a very fair job. I mean, that was a big part of that is, you know, I think they might have actually been harder on their own team than Loyal, but, and then obviously, then we had the medical issue in front of the Loyal bench. We hope that the person who was on the floor there is doing well. She did leave on a stretcher. As we see the Marathon Red Raiders come out, if we are able to get an update, we will try and at least let you know what happened there. But with 2 minutes left, we are going to take a quick break, get you set, and we will get set for second half action here from Marathon. Loyal leads it 29-17. All right, back here as we get set for second half action, as we can try and get our clock a little bit better centered in the window. There we go. 32 seconds left in the half as we get excited for what should be a very exciting second half here. Loyal has been a very, very good second half team. Cool to see Carson Reith down on the bench here tonight. Carson, obviously, a huge part of that Loyal State Championship team going back a couple years. Huge part of those very dominant Loyal teams that we saw in the 2016, 2017. Loyal was just an absolute force. Good to see her on the bench getting some coaching duties in as we see Geiger. Geiger gets it to Bravner. Bravner 3 off the back rim. No. Rebound comes down to Marathon. That is number 14, Elizabeth Boehm. Boehm playing with those 2 fouls. Gets it ahead to Bloom. Bloom gets it to Woktash. Woktash back around and ends to Bloom. Bloom gets it to Cleveland. Cleveland back around to Woktash. Woktash has her dribble cut off. Kicks it out. Bloom down the lane. Shot up. Yes. Kylie Bloom adds 2 more to her total. And Loyal moves it quickly to the front court. This is Schley. Schley gets it to Geiger. Geiger looking to drive baseline. Floater up. Foul. She will go to the line for 2. Remy Geiger, 3 of 5 in the first half. She had 8 points overall. That foul goes against number 14, Elizabeth Boehm. Her 3rd, team first. First free throw. Geiger up. Yes. Geiger has 9 now. Looking to break into double digits here. Second free throw, good. Remy has 10. I say it a lot, but I'm going to say it again here for those Marathon fans that maybe haven't had an opportunity to see her play that much. Remy Geiger might be the best small player in Central Wisconsin. It's easy to be a good basketball player. Perfect opportunity there, Marathon. Wolkdash had the pass go through her hands. Now she gets it back. She will pull up for a 3. Off the rim, no. Rebound tipped out, and Schley will end up with it. Schley to the front court. Schley kicks it back out. Lidner. Lidner jumper up, and she'll be fouled from behind by Cleveland, and she will go to the line for 2. Cleveland will commit the foul, her first, team second. That will send Caitlin Lidner with her 6 points to the line for 2 free throws. Remy Geiger, not a very tall player by any stretch of the imagination, but she is able to, she knows how to play with that lack of size. And that's something that I think a lot of small players in basketball don't necessarily do very well, is learn how to use that to their advantage. She has done that throughout her career. Obviously, she was a freshman and the 6th player coming off the bench on that state championship team we were talking about just a minute ago, and now leading this team as we see a jumper up. Wolkdash, yes. Wolkash gets 2. She's got 5. A little bit more offense here as the ball gets tipped away, and we'll stay here with Loyal. Wolkdash with the jumper. A little bit more free-flowing here. 33-21. Ball gets in. Round Geiger all the way around Schley. Schley driving baseline. Floater up. She'll be fouled, and she will go to the line for 2. 3 straight Loyal possessions ending with free throws. This will send Savannah Schley to the free throw line. She already has 7 in this game. First free throw coming here, Schley, is perfect. Nothing but net for Schley. 34-21. This is second free throw, also good for Schley. 6 of 6 from the free throw line here in the half. All 6 Loyal points coming from the free throw line. Get up top, Cleveland. Cleveland across to Bloom. Bloom to Free. Free tipped. Great play there. Bremer gets it to Geiger. Geiger jumper in the lane. Up, yes. Remy Geiger on the break. Pulled up for the jumper. She gets 2 more. She's got 12 as they get the ball up top to Boehm. Boehm gets it to Bloom down just inside the three-point line. She gets past Geiger. Shot up, yes. Kylie Bloom has 8. And Loyal quickly. Schley has to kick it back up. Bravner gets it to Lidner. Lidner fake the screen. Lidner tipped. That ball is going to stay. Bremer will keep it in bounds. Now Schley gets it to Bravner. Bravner loses possession, and it is picked up by Wolkdash. Wolkdash quickly to the front court. Now she gets it over here near side. This is Boehm. Boehm gets it up top, Cleveland. Cleveland around Bloom far side. Bloom ball fake, looks to drive, gets cut off, gets it underneath Free up. Free was wide open underneath, and we are going to get a timeout. Loyal, 30-second timeout. We will take it with them. 15:01 remaining, 37-25. Loyal with the lead.
30-second timeout.
Back here from Marathon as we get set for second half action from get set for the final 15 minutes. Second half here. Wow. Late night here, obviously, with all the delays, but Loyal to the front court. Gets a cross-court shot. That's Bravner. Bravner, 3, yes! Bailey Bravner adds a second 3 to follow up her 3 from the first half. And it is a 17... Well, nope, check that. Missing 2 there. 15-point lead for the Loyal Greyhounds as we see Bame. Bame looking to drive. She gets bumped, but no call. They get around Cleveland. Cleveland gets it to Bloom. Bloom gets it back to Bame. Bame 3. No. Rebound comes down to Bremer. Good play there. Possibly could have been a foul on that drive on Bloom as she hit the floor, but it looked more like she tripped up on her own feet. Down low, that ball tipped, and that's going to be off of Bremer, and that will be a turnover to Marathon as we will see number 20, Natasha Tulloch,
15, Kubista,
and Kubista checking in. Leave. Okay, we're going to... So, turnover there with Telek and Kubista checking in. Bloom down the lane, up, foul. She will go to the line for 2. Excuse me, sorry, that was Bame. 14, Bame goes to the line. She is 0 of 4 in the first half. That one goes against Caitlin Lidner. Only her second, team's first of the half. But Bame to the line for 2 free throws. First shot up, yes. Elizabeth Bame hits the first free throw. So she gets her first. She's now 1 of 5 in this game. Second free throw, she hits that one too. So whatever was getting to her in the first half, definitely gone here in the second as she hits both free throws. Gets it here near side, Schley. Schley gets it to Kubista. Kubista, Lidner back to Geiger. Geiger right in front of the Loyal bench. Gets down baseline, shot up, blocked, back into her hands, kicks it out. Lidner, Lidner 3, no. Rebound comes down to Braden Free. Free gets it to Bame. Bame pushes to the front court, gets it to Bloom. Bloom looks to drive, jumper just inside the free throw line, up, yes. Kylie Bloom has 6 in the half, 10 overall, and the lead is down to 11. Loyal to the front court, tipped away, and that will not stay in bounds, and it will be a turn. It will stay with Loyal. Great play there by Kylie Bloom to tip that pass, but couldn't quite keep the ball in bounds. Loyal will keep possession as they get it into Geiger. Remy Geiger working from the center circle. She looks to drive, hands to Lidner. Lidner, hands to Schley. Schley looking, gets down the lane, kicks it back out. Lidner. Lidner into the lane. Passes it all the way out. Telek. Telek keeps the ball in bounds, gets to Geiger. Geiger around to Schley. Schley, open look, drives into the lane, has to kick it back out. Lidner. Lidner gets it out. Telek. Telek down the lane, layup up. Oh, a little too strong, rolls off the front. A little too strong off the glass, quickly into the front court. Down low, Free. Free up, yes. Free with 2 more. She has 6. Loyal quickly to the front court again. And they cut the lead to 9. 6-0 run here for the Red Raiders. Geiger. Geiger holding. Now she hands to Lidner. Lidner gets it back to Geiger. Geiger looking. Now head fake. Looks to drive. Gets it out Telek. Telek around Schley. Schley drives in. Has to pick up her dribble. Looking to get rid of it. Gets it out to Lidner. Lidner takes a couple dribbles. Now cross court Telek. Telek looking to drive. Almost loses it. And now we're going to get a foul on Marathon. Telek was in trouble down low, and Marathon bails them out with a foul. That one will go against 33. Braden Free, her first team, second on Free. Third team foul as Kubista and looks like, don't see who else came out there as they get it in. Bailey Bravner. Bravner gets it to Geiger. Geiger, we're getting an offensive foul. Geiger hit the shot, will not count. Offensive foul. Not sure of the call. 14 for the illegal screen. That's Savannah Schley. That is her third, team second. Savannah will stay on the floor with 12:02 remaining. Coach Reith, a little exacerbated there on that foul call, but it will stand. Gets it up top, and here to Woktash. Woktash gets it to Bloom. Bloom to Bame. Bame, ball fake, down the lane, up, yes. Bame with the basket. She has 4 in the half. 2 more, and now we're going to get a turnover, Loyal. And it is now a 8-0 8-0 run Marathon, and we're going to get Coach Reith is going to take a full timeout. We will take it with them. 11:37 remaining. Loyal 40, Marathon 33.
At the Granite Shop, we take great pride in what we do. We offer high-quality natural stone granite as well as a huge selection of man-made stone. With full slabs as well as a variety of partial remnants, you'll have no problem finding the stone that was meant for you. Our high-end, high-quality granite, quartz, and marble is perfect for any kitchen, bathroom, or remodel need. We are locally owned and operated on County Road C near Stratford. We service all of Wisconsin.
Colby Chrysler Center is your go-to destination for all your automotive needs. We offer a full line of Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram trucks. And with a low-pressure sales experience second to none, we can make your buying experience special. With our Fix 'em All service department, we are here to keep you on the road running smooth and safe. We take pride in what we do and are driven to exceed your expectations. Visit us today on Highway 13 in Colby.
Coach Reith calling the timeout as Marathon on an 8-0 run will have possession, looking to cut into this 7-point lead. Loyal was up by as much as 15 here in this half as we see Boehm. Boehm to the front court, looking to drive down the lane, kicks it out. Bloom gets it to Cleveland. Cleveland pressured, gets it all the way around. That ball is going to go into the backcourt, and that's going to be a backcourt violation. Turnover to Loyal. Just the break Loyal needed there. Get the turnover on unforced error by Marathon. And see if you can break this run here and get a little momentum back as they get the ball into Geiger. Geiger looking, passes it back to Schley. Schley looking to drive. She gets hit, and they are going to call the foul on Kylie Bloom, and that is going to be her fourth. Team fourth. So we'll see if Bloom stays. Looks as if Coach Jeff Schneider is going to leave Bloom out there with those 4 fouls as they get it around to Schley. Schley gets it to Lidner. Lidner looking to drive, gets it down low. Bremer blocked by Cleveland. Ball is going to go out of bounds, and it's going to stay here off of Cleveland. And now we'll see number 3, Jada Perota, check in as Kylie Bloom will now sit down with those 4 fouls. 11:02 remaining. Interesting to see when she comes back in, but Geiger to inbound underneath, gets it into Schley. Schley gets it up top, Lidner. Lidner has to pick her dribble up, gets it to Geiger. Geiger, ball fake, now jumper just inside the line. No, rebound comes all the way down to Schley. Schley tips it into Bravner. Bravner gets it back up top, Geiger. Around Lidner. Lidner, ball fake, gets her player in the air, couldn't do anything with it, gets it back to Lidner. Lidner looking, see what she can get, looks to drive, baseline, kicks it back out. Bravner up, yes. Bailey Bravner using her size to get a little extra leverage there. And Loyal breaks the run. Now down low, that is ball, jump ball. Possession arrow points to Marathon. That did not switch. I'm going to just get rid of that. So Marathon to inbound off the possession, off the jump ball. So Loyal will have the possession arrow going forward. Gets it in down low and around to Perota. Back into the hands of Boehm. Boehm gets it back around into the hands of Perota. Perota looking to drive, gets cut off, gets it down low free. No, excuse me, that is Kraut-Kramer. Kraut-Kramer tipped by a Loyal defender. Looks like that Schley that tipped it out of bounds will stay here. 10-10 remaining. 9-point lead Loyal. Marathon getting back into this one on an 8-0 run before Loyal finally got a basket. Gets it into Perota in the corner. Perota down low, Cleveland. Cleveland cross court to Boehm. Boehm looking to drive into the lane, has to kick it out. Cleveland. Cleveland 3, yes. Anna Cleveland gets the 3, and she cuts the lead down to 6. 9:49 remaining. Lidner gets it around to Geiger. Geiger holding, gets it down low. Shot up, no. Rebound comes down to Kraut-Kramer. Kraut-Kramer has the ball tipped away by Bravner, but nobody there to pick it up. Marathon will keep possession. Into the front court, Cleveland. Cleveland gets it up top, Wokdash. Wokdash 3, yes! Allison Wokdash for 3. And it is a 3-point lead, Loyal. They have come all the way back. It is a 12-2 run for Marathon to get back into this one as we approach the halfway point of this half. Gets it back, Geiger. Geiger looking to drive baseline, and Geiger's fouled on the floor. Geiger will be fouled on the drive. See who this one is against. That is Bame commits her 4th, team 5th, and now Bame will have to sit down with her 4th foul. So now Kylie Bloom and Elizabeth Bame both on the bench. Bremer on the bench for Loyal, and now Coach Snyder wants to take a timeout. He will take a full timeout. We will take it with him. 9:07 remaining, 42-39, Loyal with the lead.
Are you a veteran looking to buy a new home or lower your existing mortgage payment?
At Fairway Independent Mortgage Corporation, we understand the sacrifices you made in serving our country. We believe it's our turn to serve you and your family.
We'll show you how to take advantage of your VA home loan benefit. At Fairway, we can finance up to 100% on the home you intend to purchase or refinance.
At Fairway, we'd be honored to help you with your financing. Stop in at one of our offices or give us a call today.
All right, back here off of the Red Raider timeout, 9:07 remaining. Loyal only up 3, 12-2 run for Marathon to make this a game. Get around Geiger. Geiger 3, front rim, no. Rebound comes down to number 4, Kylie Bloom, who on the floor with those 4 fouls. See if Loyal can do anything with that. As now we see Wokdash. Wokdash gets it back to Bloom. Bloom gets it to Cleveland. Cleveland around to Krautkramer. Krautkramer gets it back to Bloom. Bloom looking to drive. Jump stop up, no. Rebound comes down, free, up. Yes, it is a 1-point game. Free with the basket. Brings it back to within 1. Now down low, Schley fouled on the floor. See if that's on the floor. No, yeah, they'll send be a 1-and-1. So there'll be free throws either way, but foul occurs on the floor. And Cleveland with the foul. For a second there, I thought he put up 4. So that's only her second, but that will send Savannah Schley to the line for 2 free throws. First one up, back rim, no. Rebound comes down to Marathon. Quickly to the front court comes Marathon, looking to take the lead. Gets it here, Cleveland. Cleveland guarded by Schley. Cleveland back up top to Bloom. Tipped away, Cleveland there to pick it up. Cleveland gets it around to Wokdash down the lane. Foul, and that's going to be a block. I believe that's going to go against Lidner. Lidner will be called for the foul. That is only the 3rd on Loyal. And that is Caitlin Lidner's 3rd foul. As I will swap pencils, that one getting a little too dull. Ball in, down low to Krautkramer. Krautkramer, little jumper up off the front of the rim. Bouncing around, Schley gets it. Bumped, no call. They have really been letting some of that incidental contact go. Gets it to Geiger. Geiger holding, gets it back up Bravner, and it gets all the way around to Schley. Schley looking to drive, kicks it back up top, Lidner around. Now Lidner has it back around, and now Geiger will get it far side. Geiger looking to drive baseline, cut off, gets it back up top, Kubisa down low, Lidner up, yes! Lidner with into double digits, and she finally gets the lead extended back out to 3. So Marathon can tie here as Bloom gets it out. Wokdash gets it out. Krautkramer 3 off the rim. No. Rebound comes down to Remy Geiger. Geiger quickly to the front court. Gets it to Schley. Schley looking to drive his cutoff. Has to dribble it back out. Now Schley trying again. Shot up, and Schley will go to the line for 2. Savannah Schley looks to break into double digits as she draws the foul. That one goes against 12. Kraut-Kramer, her second, team eighth. So Schley will go to the line for 2 free throws. First one up, off the back iron, no. As Bremer will check in, Bravner will check out, and we will see Perota check in and Kylie Bloom get another rest with her 4 fouls. So Bloom and Boehm both on the bench with 4 fouls for Marathon. Second free throw up, no. Schley misses both. That is going to be out of bounds off Marathon as both Kraut-Kramer and Free went up for it. Tipped it out of each other's hands, and Loyal will keep possession. So unforced error there by Marathon as we see them get the ball in Lidner. Lidner pulls up 3, in and out, no. Rebound comes down, Bremer, no. Rebound Geiger. Geiger forced to dribble it out, tipped, but ends up in the hands of Schley. Schley looking to drive, kicks it out Lidner. Lidner thought about the 3, closed out quickly, gets it to Geiger. Geiger dribbles it back to the top, gets it to Lidner. Lidner holding, now passes it over to Schley, gets it to Geiger. Geiger guarded by Wojtash. Wojtash gets it to, Geiger gets it to Bremer. Bremer all the way around into the hands of Caitlin Lidner. Back up top, Geiger. Back to Schley. Schley, 3, no. Rebound by Kubista, and another offensive rebound for Loyal. That is the 3rd on this possession. Gets it to Lidner. Lidner looking to drive, looks to get down the baseline, gets it down low, up, Bremer, yes. Bremer with 4. Loyal getting a little run here as they extend the lead back out to 5. 4-0 run Loyal. 3 offensive rebounds in that one. Ball on the floor. Tipped around now. Finally taken away Geiger. Geiger down the lane. Shot up. Yes. Remy Geiger with 2 more. 6-0 run Loyal. And it is right back out to a 7-point lead. 6 minutes remaining. Marathon getting the ball across. They get it up ahead to Perota. Perota gets it back to Kraut-Kramer. Kraut-Kramer down low, Cleveland. Cleveland turn, jumper up, yes. Cleven for 2 more as the PA announcer here keeps changing his pronunciation on him. I've heard Cleveland, I've heard Cleven, but we're going to go with the last one, Cleven, because I believe that's the correct one, but not sure. First time we've seen the Marathon girls this year, so I apologize to any families if I mispronounce names as the ball gets back out top to Schley. Schley dribbling, gets it back out to Lidner. Lidner down the lane, gets it to Bremer. Bremer tipped off her hands, out of bounds, turnover to Marathon. As we see Bailey Bravner looking to check in. And she will check in for Kubista. So Kubista will get a rest. She's put in some good minutes here. She has 1 point on 1 of 2 shooting from the free throw line in that first half. But some good possession, some good defensive plays from Kubista in this game. Stuff that maybe doesn't show up on the score sheet. Down low, Free. No, that's going to have to be jump ball, possession arrow pointing to Loyal. Thought for a second there, if Loyal doesn't make contact with that ball, that is a jump, that is a travel. But because Loyal knocked the ball back down and held it, that is a jump ball. So possession arrow will now switch to Marathon on the next jump ball, but Loyal gets it here. Head Schley. Schley gets it to Bremer. Bremer around Bravner. Bravner gets it to Geiger. Geiger looking to drive, gets cut off, has to dribble it back out, gets it to Telek. Telek around to Schley. Schley gets it to Bravner. Bravner back up top, Geiger. Geiger dribbles as they kind of reset the offense here to Telek. Telek top Schley around to Bravner. More than happy to wait for the good shot. Down low, Bremer. Bremer dribbles, tries to get across Telrock, tipped out, ends up in the hands of Remy Geiger. Geiger to Schley. Schley, 3, yes! Savannah Schley with 3. And now we're going to get a foul. That one is going to go against Savannah Schley. Only the team 4th, but that will be the 4th on Savannah Schley. Only the team 4th foul. So Schley will get a rest as we will see number 20. I'm looking to see, I believe Lidner checking back in for Schley as Telek will stay on the floor. Marathon gets it ahead to Cleven. Cleven up top to Free. Free thought about a pass down low, couldn't make it. Perota gets it. Perota gets it back to Bloom on the floor with those 4 fouls. Bloom gets it back to Cleven. Cleven down low to Bame, who's also has 4 fouls, back to Clevin. Clevin past hip, she corrals it. Gets it back to Bloom. Bloom, back up top Perota, around to Bame. Bame, down low free. Good defense here. Clock running. Ball tipped around, taken away by Bailey Bravner. And Loyal can run more clock here. 3:20 remaining, up 8. Bravner gets it to Bremer. Bremer around to Remy Geiger. Geiger gets it to Telek. Telek around to Bravner. Bravner takes a dribble, gets it back to Geiger, far side. Geiger holding. Now she gets it back up top to Bremer. Bremer gets it back to Geiger. Geiger looks to drive baseline, floater up. Oh, rolls off on the floor, and that is going to be a foul on Marathon? Yes, fouls on Marathon. That one is, no. No, yes, that foul is on Marathon. Elizabeth Bame, she will foul out with 5. She has 4 points in the game. And that will send Remy Geiger to the line for the 1-and-1. 9th foul on the Red Raiders. First free throw, Remy Geiger is up and good. Remy Geiger gets more points. She has 15 with a chance to get her 16th here from the free throw line. Or 16th total, but she'll be doing it from the free throw line. Second free throw up, also good. Loyal starting to put this one away, and they are now up 10, 3:22 remaining, but a lot of time left with a Marathon team that has shown an ability to shoot threes. And if you can shoot threes and play good defense, you can get back into a game in a hurry. And they have done both here as Clevin up top to Bloom. Bloom gets it to Wotash. Wotash back to Bloom. Bloom, jumper up. Yes, that is 2. That is a 2. Bloom's foot was on the line. So Bloom with 2 more. She has 8 in the half. Marathon cuts the lead to 8. 2:50 remaining. Geiger. Geiger holding. Down low Bremer. Bremer up. She is fouled. Won't go, but she'll go to the line for 2. Great look there on the input pass. I believe that was Geiger on the assist. But that will send Kayla Bremer to the line for 2 free throws. Braden Free commits her 3rd foul, team 10th. So Loyal will be shooting 2 free throws on a foul the rest of the way. First free throw, Bremer. Couple fake outs on the shot, and then she finally does get it up and in. Schley will check back in with her 4 fouls. So Schley on the floor with 4, Lindner on the floor with 3 for Loyal, Bloom on the floor with 4, and Braden Free on the floor with 3 for the Red Raiders. As the shot up, no, Braden Free the rebound. So 9-point lead, Loyal, 2:41 remaining. Cross court, Clevin. Clevin, 3, front rim, no. Rebound comes down to Kayla Bremer. Bremer gets it to Geiger. Good thought there. Clevin, a good 3-point shooter as we've seen throughout the game, but just a little bit off the front of the rim as Geiger gets the ball. Again, holding for either a perfect shot or just to run clock. I mean, gets it to Geiger. Geiger holding. Holding, dribbles it back to the top, gets it to Lindner. Lindner, 2:12 remaining, gets it to Schley. Schley around Geiger. Starting 5 on the floor for Loyal here is Bremer. Gets it to Lindner. Lindner gets it over to Schley. Schley takes a couple dribbles. Gets it to Geiger out near the center circle. Back to Lindner. Lindner holding. Gets it back up top to Savannah Schley. Schley will get it to Geiger, and Loyal just running clock under 2 minutes to go. Lindner dribbles in, gets in a little bit of trouble, gets it out, almost taken away there by Perota, but Schley able to corral the pass. Gets it to Bravner. Bravner under pressure, gets it to Schley. Schley dribbles all the way out to the center circle, now pushes near side, gets it back out Bremer. Bremer gets it to Geiger. 1:30 remaining. Loyal just running clock here, gets it to Schley. Schley open for 3, doesn't take the shot, gets it around Lindner. Lindner looking to drive, gets it back Geiger. Geiger, as they look to now foul, gets it to Schley. Schley gets it back up top to Lindner. Lindner gets it to Geiger. 1:15. They've got to start looking to foul here because otherwise Loyal's just going to run this clock right out. Now we're going to get the foul. That one is going to go against Kaylee Bloom. That is her 5th, so she fouls out. She has 12. So Kaylee Bloom will foul out as we see number 15, Sierra Gage check in. Gage will check in, and Lidner will go to the line for 2 free throws. She is 2 of 2 so far in this game. First free throw up, good. Lidner hits the first. 55-45, back to a 10-point lead here for Loyal. Second free throw up, bounces around and in. Lidner gets 2 more, 56-45. Marathon quickly to the front court. Gets it to Clevin. Clevin into the corner. Gage. Gage down low, free, tipped. Will stay here off of Loyal. 1:01 remaining, 11-point lead Loyal. Barring a miraculous comeback, Loyal will get a win here. They setting themselves up. I believe they've got one more this week. I have to look at the schedule to be 100% sure as the ball gets taken away. Bravner, Marathon backs out. Now they bring the press up. Geiger gets it across the line to Lidner. Lidner dribbles towards the corner, double team, and now Lidner will be fouled. It's like, I believe that one will go against Gage. No, that one will go against 32. Also Wotash, her third, 11th. So Lidner goes to the line for 2 more free throws. She is 4 of 4. Not promising we'll get a chance to talk to Coach Reith. We will try as Lidner hits the first. Few with all the issues going on here at the beginning of the game. Didn't get a chance to talk to him pre-game, so we will attempt to catch him and our player of the game to be named as Lidner hits her second. 58-45. As we run this one out here, 42 seconds remaining. As I said, we will attempt to grab them. A lot of different things going on. Shot up, Marathon, yes. Wiltosh for 2. As Loyal brings it to the front court, 25 seconds left. They are more than happy to just pass this ball around, see if they can run out the remainder of this clock. And it looks as if Marathon is okay with that as well at this point, as they're happy to pass it around. 10 seconds left. Loyal will get the big win here. They set up a big matchup in the Merrillwood, or in the Clover Belt on Friday night. We will be there. We will attempt to talk to Coach Reith and our player of the game here in just a moment.
I'd like to thank everybody for showing up tonight. And I think on behalf of all of Marathon, we wish Haven the best.
All right, here post-game, looking to talk with Coach Reith after he's done talking to his players and our player of the game. I think for this one, we are going to pick Caitlin Lidner, 6 of 6 from the free throw line there in that second half. As Coach Reith comes over here. Coach, I guess to start with, kind of a herky-jerky start to the night. You get a delay in the JV game with officials. A couple of the boys players come in to officiate the JV game, and then obviously the issue right in front of the bench. So how do you keep your team focused when your game starts almost a half hour late?
Well, it was both ways, so both teams had to wait for it. So that, to me, that all evens out. It's not like it was, we had to wait, they didn't have to wait. So to me, that's just a balance. I just really liked the way our kids played together as a team again. I thought we shared the ball really well. Again, no individuals that are thinking about themselves, and it's about the team, and at the end result, it's about winning the game. Marathon, you know, they struggled scoring, but when they can hit shots, they're a scary team. And they had that stretch where they hit a bunch of shots. They cut it to 3, I believe. I was just happy with our composure at the end, taking care of the ball, making some free throws and finishing it.
Yeah, looking at the score sheet, you've got 8 players on the score sheet, 3 players in double figures, so a good all-around effort there. We're going to be talking to Caitlin Lidner here in the moment. She had 14, including 6 of 6 from the free throw line there at the end. You guys were on fire for free throw line half. How much do you guys work on of the game, especially in a little more rough and tumble games like you get in the Clover Belt?
Well, I mean, every team works on free throws. Every team works on those things. And what we do is we have one free throw drill that we do, and we do that one when they're tired. We don't do it a lot, but we do it some. And then it's about the kids. They have to work on those things on their own time. So really pleased. I mean, as a free throw shooting team, I think we're a decent team at that. But that's last year we weren't. So that's a major improvement for us this year, and that just it's a compliment to the kids and what they did in the offseason to work on those things.
All right, thank you, Coach. We'll see you Friday night against Neillsville. Thank you. All right, we'll attempt to grab a player of the game here in just a moment. Here with our player of the game, Remy Geiger. Remy, 16 points tonight. One of 3 of your 3 pounds figures. What was working for you guys offensively?
I'd say driving the gaps, and we didn't panic. We had a lot less turnovers than we did against Greenwood and Columbus. So I guess the turnover aspect and dribbling the gaps.
Yep, definitely saw you guys take care of the ball. Caitlin Lidner right behind you with 14. How much fun is it playing with not only her, but all of your players when you guys kind of get everything working like that?
It's amazing. We've never had team chemistry like this before. Usually on girls' teams you have drama, and that's not at all on our team.
So I have to ask about it. Obviously, we're going to see you guys again Friday night. Neillsville comes to town. Any thoughts ahead to the Neillsville game? Maybe a little bit of wanting some revenge there?
Yeah, I mean, it's anybody's game. It's whoever comes to play. And of course we want to win and get some revenge for the last time.
All right, sounds good. We'll see you Friday night. Good luck the rest of the week.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you. All right, so remember, we are back here tomorrow night for Marathon boys basketball against Auburndale. We see the Loyal Greyhounds on Friday night as they play the Neillsville Warriors, battle for first place in the Clover Belt. I will be back here tomorrow. We also have Spencer-Pittsville boys basketball tomorrow, so a lot of fun basketball games all over the area. Check out our website, onfocus.news/sports, for our full schedule. But until tomorrow, have a good night.